Hello guys, my name is Balakrishna Srivastav and welcome to Code with BK. So in this video, we write Java code solution for question 8 of ICSE 2024 Computer Applications Specimen Paper, which is this question. So before we begin, it is a request to please subscribe to my channel because most of the viewers are unsubscribed and your subscription is very important. So please do subscribe to my channel. Let's begin. So this is the question that you have been given and you have to solve this. So take a minute and give this a reading. Okay. So you have to define a class to overload the method display as follows. So you have two display methods. One takes an integer and one does not take any arguments. Okay. So I am going to start with class question 8. Okay. And the question really does not tell you the name of the class. You just have to define a class. I am taking the name of the class as question 8 because it's the solution to question 8. Alright. So the first display method, public void display, takes no arguments. The other one takes an integer, int n. Okay. So the first method, we need to print this pattern 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Okay. And you have to use a nested loop. Obviously you can be over smart and you can just have 5 print statements, print these, but you won't be really marked well on those. Okay. So when you're preparing for your 10th ICSE Computer Applications Boards paper, pattern questions is something that you have to prepare for. Okay, it's a very standard pattern as well. So whenever I'm solving pattern questions, the idea is to observe the output from left to right and top to bottom, because printing on the command line, on the output, on your console, on your Eclipse, on your BlueJ will happen from left to right and top to bottom. So you have to make sure you print the first line, then the second line, then the third line, then the fourth line, and then the fifth line. Okay, and each line has to be printed from left to right. Okay, so you have to print 1 in the first line, then 1 2, then 1 2 3, and 1 2 3 4, and 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so the standard idea about this is you start with a loop with the number of lines. So this has 5 lines. Okay, so I'm going to start with a loop for int I equal to 1, I less than equal to 5, plus plus. Okay, I could have done 0 to less than 5 as well. Okay, but I'm taking 1 to less than equal to 5. I'll tell you that in a moment. Okay, so for line number 1 you have to print just 1, for line number 2 you have to print 1 2, for line number 3 you have to print 1 2 3. Okay, so if I represents the line number, that is the number of values you need to print from 1. For example, if I equal to 1, you have to print only 1 in the first line. If I equal to 2, you have to print 1 and 2 in the second line. If I equal to 3, you have to print 1 2 and 3 in the third line. Okay, so basically print from 1 to I and then change line. Okay, so I'll say system.out.println. Okay, and in order to print from 1 to I, we have to use another loop. It starts from 1, goes till less than equal to I. Okay, and in each iteration you do system.out.print, not println. Okay, because 1 till I, for each ith line has to be all the values in the same line. Okay, so you print j plus this plus a space. Okay, and that's why I'm not taking 0 to less than 5. Okay, because each value of I will represent the line number and I will have to print integers from 1 to I, which are iterated using j. Okay, and this is my code for the first method. So the second part is to print the square root of each digit of the given number, which is being sent here as the argument. Okay, so there are two ways you can traverse the digits of a number. You can use a while loop, you can keep extracting the units digit in each iteration, and that is how you get each digit of the number. Okay, the other option is to convert this integer into its corresponding string, iterate the string, and then pick up each character of the string, convert it into digit and use the digit. Okay, so I'm going to use the string method. So even if you use the while loop method, you don't have to try something extra. Okay, I'll show that as well. Okay, all right, so converting n to n string now. Okay, so suppose if n was, let's take this example 4329. Okay, n string becomes 4329. Okay, now we iterate the same. For int I equal to, I start from the last index, n string dot length minus 1, I greater than equal to 0, I minus minus. Okay, starting from the last index because I have to start from the last digit first. The square root of the last digit, which is 9, is displayed first. then square root of 2 is 1414, and then 3 and then 2. Okay, I get the ith character using string dot char@i. Okay, now this character will be, for this case of n, it is going to be 9 in the first iteration, then it is going to be 2 in the second iteration, then 3 and then 4. Okay, so the standard way, the standard trick to extract the digit out of this character that contains a digit, you do int digit is c minus c. Okay, because each character constant in Java has a value, has an integer value called the ASCII value. So when we do this, we are actually subtracting the ASCII values. So ASCII value of 0 is 48. For 1 it is 49. For 2 it is 50 and so on. Okay, so when you subtract say 2 minus 0, you basically subtract 50 minus 48, you get 2. So you get the corresponding value of 2 which is within this character. Okay, so you have the digit. Now you get the square root as double square root. You can use math.sqrt, pass the digit, and then you have to print the square root. So simply say system.out.println, and each square root is being printed on separate line. So I use println, I simply print the square root. Okay, so this is the class that you need. Okay, and in your description here it says just define a class. Okay, it is not asked that you create an object, but I'm going to create an object called function because I need to test this. So I'm going to say public static void main string args. Okay, question 8 equal to new question 8. Okay, then I say question 8 dot display, the first display to print the output, print the pattern, and then I'll probably change the line as well, and then the second display, and I'll pass int n equal to 4329, pass n. Okay, all right, time to compile and check. Compiling, checking Java question 8. Okay, so the first is 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 5, which is okay. Then you have 1.4 on 4 1.7. So currently we have more than 9 decimal digits here, and you have 9 decimal digits here. So you can limit this to 9. Okay, we can do that as well. That is not really necessary, but I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to say string s is string dot format. Okay, percent dot 9f, and you pass the square root, and instead of this square root you print s. Okay, so this percent f is a format specifier. This percent f will print a double value, 0.9 will print a double value with 9 decimal places. Okay, so let me just compile, run. Okay, so you have 9 decimal places. Okay, but 9 decimal places will be for all the cases. So you use this, you don't use this, it's just the same. So I'm not going to use this. Okay, I'm going to print the square root as it is. Okay, all right. The other thing was to use the while loop to get the digits. Okay, so you could have done while n not equal to 0. Okay, you get int digit as n percent 10. You remove the digit as n equal to n by 10. Okay, and then you do the same thing. You get the square root and you print the square root. Okay, and I am going to use this while method. Okay, this is simpler, and this is simpler because the order of output is from right to left. Okay, which basically is the order in which are we extracting digits using the while loop. Okay, so compile, run. Okay, you get the same output. Okay, you can use either code. Okay, all right, so this is using strings, this is using loops. All right, okay, so this was the solution to this problem, and I hope this was helpful. And other questions of ICSE 2024 Computer Applications Specimen Paper are solved, and the videos and the links to the videos of those solutions will be in the description of this video. You can check it out, and I will also add the link for the code of this solution in the description of this video. You can check that out as well. So let me know if there was anything not clear to you in this video or you have any doubts, and you can always let me know in the comments if there's a question you want to solve or if there's a concept you want to discuss. Thank you.